Hello, are you coming to Canada as an international student and you're wondering what job you'll be able to do when you arrive in Canada? Or you are already in Canada but have been looking for a job in your career, like what you did was studied back home from your country of originality, and it's very difficult to come by. you know this video I will be talking about uh, jobs that are easy to get as an international student. So if this is who you are, if this is your category, please stay tuned. You might have one or two things to learn from this video. Thank you. So welcome back. Getting a first job in Canada can be a very stressful time, because a lot of employers will say, "Oh, we need Canadian work experience." Like how are you supposed to get a Canadian work experience when you just came from another country? So it can be really, really difficult to get that first job. But still, there are some other jobs. There are some jobs that don't really require your experience, and they can also give you a role as a part-timer, because as a student you're not supposed to work a full-time, you're supposed to work part-time. And most big companies, they do not employ part-time, because they want people that will be committed to service, and they want people who can cover their work at any point in time. So a lot of people will want to hire a full-timer, while some companies we want you to have a work experience. But these jobs I'll be listing today, they don't really have this problem of work experience versus full-time. So they're always kind of hiring, and they wouldn't mind if you have experience, because they will also teach you, right? So one on my list is this: we have drivers. So if you're an international student and you know how to drive, you have a driver's license, please, when you're coming to Canada, do come with your driver's license. Yes, come with your driver's license, because in Canada you can use your international driver's license to drive from the time you arrive up to 6 months, depending on your province. Some provinces we say up to 3 months. So how that will help you is this: you'll be able to look for job. Like, you can, with your driver's license, you can work as an Uber driver, register with Uber company and work as an Uber driver. You can also work at Pizza Hut, like, or any pizza company at all. You can be their delivering person. You can do like Uber Eats. You can go deliver food for people, and the company will pay you for delivering food. So this is one job that they don't need work experience, so long as you have your international driver's license, and they'll be able to employ you. At least that will keep you going for the period of time that you will be looking for a better job to do. Because here in Canada, no matter how much you bring, unless your father is Dangote, or you have a political parent that can always bring money for you from Nigeria or from any country of your originality, you really don't want to keep spending that money without replacement, right? So yeah, there are a lot of things you can do with your driver's license, your international driver's license. Even sometimes Canadian Post, they can also hire you to deliver their mails. FedEx is another thing. You can be a driver in FedEx to deliver mails to people. So yes, a lot of things you can do. And if you don't know how to drive, please learn how to drive before you leave your country, because some provinces in Canada, depending on where you are in Canada, they definitely need you to know how to drive for life to be very convenient and comfortable for you. So the second one is call centers. you know a lot of people work in call centers. They work as customer service. What they do at call centers is, companies hire you. Any company, every company have their own customer service, where people complain, where people call if they need help, where people call for information. So there are always jobs from call centers. Like, you can be hired by a bank to take calls for them. Even some restaurants, you can be hired, like even in Pizza Hunt. Like, you can also be hired in anywhere, just anywhere. So this is another area. They are forever needing people. You work at call center, you are literally a customer service person. Like, you listen to people's complaints, you report their complaints, you try to problem solve for them, and you report to your boss about whatsoever complaint they must have made to you. So yes, these jobs, they are available in Canada without work experience. Receptionist, somebody might say, I don't want to be a receptionist. If you have plenty money, it's okay. You can stay out of job until you get your dream job. But honestly, as an international student, you have a lot of bills to pay. So no matter the amount of money you brought from your country of originality, you don't want to run dry. You don't want to run short. You don't want your money to you don't want to start looking for money. It's not pleasant when you start looking for money as an international student, because you won't be able to concentrate. So you want to start with these small paid jobs. You want to start with this job that doesn't have conditions on them. They don't mind if you have work experience. They don't mind if you have Canadian work experience. They don't really mind. All they just want is your readiness to work, and they will give you that job. At least, no matter what, even if it's not the type of job you are looking for, it is putting food on your table. That's the most important thing. It's putting food on your table. It's paying your bills. You are able to concentrate as a student. You're not stressed, because if there is no money in your pocket, you won't be able to concentrate, and you won't be able to perform. Remember, immigration in Canada is not the way it used to be. There's going to, like one of my video check, they are going to be sending agents, like government agents, to check, and they are going to be assessing your academic performance. So you don't want to be kicked back to your country of originality after spending so much. So waitress, waitress and waiters, they are another job that you can actually get. you know you can actually get a job as a waiter or a waitress. You can do that. Although I heard that their money is not so big, all of these jobs I have been listing, they are minimum wage job. Somebody might say, what is a minimum wage? Minimum wage is just the least that any company can pay you. The least that any company can pay you as allowed by the government. It differs from province to province. Some provinces minimum wage are better than others, and others are just at where the government pegged it, because the government will always announce it. So some provinces just peg it where the government announces, but other provinces might raise it a little bit. So it depends on the province that you are in. I think the list is 15, but at least if you are making $15 every month, is better than nothing. So waitress, sales assistants, sales rep, all these are jobs that you can get without experience. They will just train you on what you can do, and they will give you the job. Sales rep, sales assistant, and some provinces you can actually work as a healthcare assistant, or CCA, continuous care assistant, or personal care assistant, depending on the province you are in. They are called by different names. You can actually work, like I know in Ontario, to be sure, you can't work as a CCA or personal support worker unless you have your certificate. But in province like Saskatchewan, they give you 2 years to work and produce your certificate. So if you're in a province like Saskatchewan and you know how to care for people, you are passionate about helping people, you want to do work in healthcare, you can actually apply to get a job as a CCA, and you will get, and their pay is more than minimum wage. The least pay you can get as a CCA in Saskatchewan is $23 per hour. So $23 per hour. So yeah, these are some of the jobs that you can actually get as a student. Part-time, casual. Remember, you're not allowed to work full-time job. You can get a job as casual and you can get a job as part-timer. And do not accept any full-time job. No employer will give you that anyways. If you are in a very remote area where they don't really know anything about immigration, it is your responsibility as a student to know what you should or you shouldn't do. So do not fall into the bait of saying, oh, my employer gave it to me, I didn't even tell them I wanted it. Because you are responsible for your visa. Your employer is not, they are not like responsible. So, and what does that tell you? Again, I will always, as I've always mentioned, I will always mention again, know the province you are going to. My people, know the province you are going to. It is not by skyscraper. You not leave your country, come dey check skyscraper. It is not by posing around fine buildings. You not leave your country, come dey pose around for fine buildings, or using people's cars to then can pose around and buga. That's not what you are here for. Know what you are here for and go for it. If you have cities, if you know where you are coming from, look for provinces that are affordable, with housing, with housing, with bills, and with everything. Any province that is affordable is the province you really want to go to as students. So I hope this has helped somebody. If you are coming to Canada, do not buga and say, I can't do that job, I can't do that job, I can't do this job, I can't do that job. I was a manager in Nigeria, I was the owner. Better stay where you are coming from, because Canada will humble you. Canada will humble you. So if you are coming to Canada as an international student and looking for that big office, I cannot do any other job, I cannot do menial job, bro, sister, think very well. And of course, unless you have money that you have saved from Arugbo Ojo time to spend, you can buga. But if you know that you are managing as I am, please take that job. Take it. It's not going to be forever. Once you are done with your school, you are done with your study, you can now get your job. And if you want to buga, you can start bugaing. Okay? So thank you once more for stopping by my channel, and please, if you've watched this far, that means there was something to take home. Please do not hesitate to support me. Support your sister, and subscribe, like, share, and let the people that are coming here know this beforehand. And even those that are already here that are still bugaing, so that their feathers can come down and they'll be able to do something reasonable to help themselves financially. Once more, thank you. See you in my next video. I love you.